order. Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for everybody for coming tonight. Do a roll call of members. Michelle? Here. Larry?
Here.
Megan? Here. Sarah? Here. And I'm here. Motion to approve the agenda as presented or as amended.
So moved.
Second. Vote. Larry?
Yes.
Megan? Yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Yes. Michelle?
Yes.
Okay. Consent of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve it.
Second. Okay. Take a vote. Megan? Yes. Sarah?
Yes.
I say yes. Michelle?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Okay. We'll hear from the administrator.
Thank you.
Yes.
A bunch of small updates. One, the trick-or-treat time, as a reminder, is from 4:30 until 8 p.m. Hopefully there are more treats and fewer tricks, but whatever, we'll see how it balances out. I just received the BARD contract. You remember a couple of meetings ago we were going to get the updated language to make sure that all the things the City Council decided on was reflected in there. I just received it late yesterday, so it's on the schedule for me to review tomorrow and on Friday, and if everything meets what the City Council agreed to, then I'll execute the contract.
Okay.
Next, the Franklin Hotel. I'm sure everybody saw a big Facebook post and a lot of responses. A lot of rumors, a lot of questions going around. So I called the person who made the post and I talked to her for about an hour. This is a West Coast husband and wife team that have some experience in construction and hospitality. It didn't sound like they necessarily had access to the capital to make a purchase, and are floating different ideas around the community, including, maybe taking on investors or taking on donations. The conversation was very extensive. It was about an hour long. Leveled their expectations about what I thought would be able to be raised locally in terms of investments or donations. They were maybe under the impression that $500,000 or $600,000 could get raised, and I thought that might be a little bit aggressive for our small community. So they've also put in a FOIA request for all the documentation around the state inspection, which I've supplied them so that there's full transparency, and so just want to make sure everybody's expectations are in line with reality there, and didn't want to just keep letting the rumors go around, so I just had that primary conversation with them. So I am in regular communication with them via email now, and anything that's interesting that comes up, I'll make sure to disclose. Any questions about that? The conversation was an hour long, and I just summarized it in 30 seconds. So,
is there any other interest?
There has been some other interest. One person was interested in turning it into, I don't know the right word for it, but it would be long-term rentals on assistance programs. I mentioned to him that it's not zoned for that. It's zoned to be a hotel, restaurant, bar. I said I couldn't speak for the City Council. I said, but my initial feeling was that changing the zoning for some sort of program like that was less likely than not. I said they were happy to put in a proposal if they want, but I don't think that that's going to necessarily go anywhere. I don't think that's the business that we want on the corner. Mm-hmm. And then, so that's been the only other interest so far that I know of. I know that there's been calls with the realtor. There's been probably other calls that we're just not aware of, but that's the stuff that we are aware of.
Thank you.
Sure. Next is the grocery store. I've gotten lots of questions and telephone calls and texts asking what I'm doing about the grocery store. So I just want to remind everybody that the grocery store is not yet listed for sale anywhere. It is closed, and all of the groceries are out of there. All of the equipment is still in there. I spoke to the owner today, asked for an update so that I could disclose in the city council meeting. And he mentioned that their real estate broker is going to be visiting soon, but didn't really have a date. So they anticipate that the business will be listed for sale at some point in the near future, but I couldn't get an exact time frame. So that's where we're at. And just for the record, I want to remind everybody, like, it's private property, privately owned. The city has very little control over what happens there, and then once it is for sale, we will do our part to promote that sale and make sure that the public knows about it and knows what's going on. Front door, we're looking at getting the doors by the end of the month, so it'll be nice to have City Hall reopened, at least the lobby, although it has been fun serving people from the window and having them sneak in the back door and scaring us from time to time. And then lastly, we recently had volunteers help with our city crew to paint the pool, so really good job. The guys did a great job managing. It's always hard to have volunteers and do big projects, but it seemed to go really well. And I'm really pleased with how that went, and I'm really pleased that people showed up to volunteer for that. So good job, and good job to Eric and Garrett for managing that. So those are my updates, and I'm happy to answer any questions if you have any. Great.
Go on to new business. Public hearing ordinance 25-04, amending articles 8402, 8403, 8404, 8405, 8406, 8407, and 8408 of the City Code of Strawberry Point to change the electric usage rate for all electric customers. Motion to open.
I'll make motion.
Second.
Second.
Open the meeting at 6:07.
Great. So we've been talking about this. This is the electrical base rate. If you look at the ordinance, the only thing that's changing in the ordinance is the base rate. It's going to be increasing by $3. So basically, every metered account will see an increase of $3 per month on the bill. Nothing else is changing. So all the rates are staying the same, everything except the base rate. But because it is the ordinance, we had to put the entire ordinance in there, which I apologize for having all those.
No, it's got to be legal.
It's got to be legal, yeah. So anyway, so that's that. I'm happy to answer any questions about that.
Any questions?
Is this something that's done every year? That is, since I've only been on the council a part of the year, it's been
Yes.
a cycle we go through.
It is now. When when I first started, it hadn't been updated in a very, very long time. And so what happened was the electrical base rate, maybe 10 years ago, was at par with what other communities were doing, and then that base rate increased and increased and increased, and we lagged far behind. When we started to review the numbers, like the profit and the loss on the electrical sale, I wanted to make sure that we were staying current and staying in surplus. So we suggested an annual review of the base rate and the rates that we were doing. So this is something that'll come up each year now, and this was the follow-up. We updated the base rate almost exactly a year ago to this date. So it will be something that'll come up every September or October for review.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments?
Is this Mayor Pro Tem?
Yes.
Are our rates fairly consistent with the rates in the region here? I mean, for small towns, say, within a 3 or 4 county?
We're actually considerably lower than most others. Other communities that we were looking at had base rates that were in the 20s. There's even base rates in the 30s. And I don't remember, there was one base rate that was almost 40. So we're, in terms of the base rate for electrical, we're very competitive and probably still in the lower quartile of communities.
I guess I saw that somewhere, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify that a bit. Thank you.
Any other comments? Any close?
Motion to close the public hearing? Second.
Close the public hearing? Yeah, 6:10.
You have to take, Mayor, would you take a roll call to close the
Oh,
public
I
hearing?
better do that. Okay. Megan?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
I say yes. Michelle?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Close it. 6:10. Okay. Motion to waive the second and third readings of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second?
First and second. Take a vote. Sarah?
Yes.
I say yes. Michelle?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Okay. We will, motion has been made to waive the second and third readings. Now, the motion to adopt the ordinance 2502.
It's a typo, it's gonna be 2504, my apologies.
04.
Yeah.
I didn't catch it, thank you. You're right. Amending Articles 8402, 8403, 8404, 8405, 8406, 8407, and 8408 of the City Code of Strawberry Point to change the electric usage rate for all electric customers.
So moved. Second.
Okay, we'll take a vote. I say yes. Michelle?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Sorry, gotta do this. Now, for 11, Resolution 25-55, authorizing repairs to the city generator for the amount not to exceed $5,000 for the lift station. Eric? Oh,
Yeah,
make a
motion and second.
Second.
I say yes. Michelle?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Megan?
Yeah.
Sarah?
Well, we gotta discuss it, okay. You gotta talk about it first.
Yeah, you just need a motion and a second, and then,
Oh,
we'll take a
with letting
roll.
thought so we can
Yeah.
discuss it.
All right, so Eric's
Well,
gonna.
we already approved it now.
That's true. It's already- That's code for keep it short.
So, yeah, this is our generator for the lift station, the main lift station. When Ziegler was here a couple of weeks ago doing their maintenance, they noticed that one of the antifreeze coolant lines was collapsing when the thermostat opened, which usually means low coolant flow.
Yeah.
It's probably the water pump, but their recommendation, they'll just rebuild the system, the radiator, all that, the oil cooler, rebuild everything, have everything, so we know it's ready.
Okay. Sounds good.
I mean, it's working now, but how long?
Better.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We can't go without it.
Yeah. Oh, and then could you also explain, like, we're getting the kind of a break on the price because they're gonna be doing the work?
Yes, so the next time they're scheduled to come in and do their maintenance agreement, they will do this work. So that's why there's no trip charge, none of that stuff. So they don't do
Okay.
this. That's the other reason why they wanted to do the whole system at once, so if it's not the pump and it's something else, they don't have to come back 2 or 3 times, they can just do everything and
While they're here.
one trip charge and everything's good.
Okay, that sounds good. Thanks for
Yep.
taking care of that.
This is something that's kind of unusual, it seems. We get our power from, what, Alameda County or Northeast Iowa?
Yeah.
And this generator then is used only when that power
Yep. So
fails.
Yep.
So
It takes like 15 seconds. If the power goes out for 15 seconds, that generator automatically turns on.
And then that generator powers the community here.
No?
This is just for the lift station. The pumps for the wastewater. Not the other generators, not the big generators. This is just the backup power source for the lift station for the wastewater.
Oh, I see. So it's not like it's gonna power the
No.
electrical in our homes or
No.
anything
So
like
this is
that.
what its job is, so if we have a bad storm and we lose power to the south loop, we would not have any pumps, and then our whole sewer system would back up immediately. So this would kick on and make sure that that system could still function and run like it's supposed to.
Okay, so it's basically to have the sewer system run even in a
Even if there's power lines down, it's still gonna work.
So it's not to generate power?
No, that's a whole different animal there, yeah. And water pumps for that would be way more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
for clarifying that.
Should we vote again?
Yeah.
Or is there any other conversation? If we, yes. Michelle?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Okay, now we will go on to 12. Thank you, Eric. Resolution 2556, authorizing payment for a late field service contract with Stryker in the amount of $8,999.76.
Make a motion.
Make a motion, is there a second? Okay. Discussion.
I like it, it's hammer time.
I'm having fun.
All right, so this is, this is a little complicated to explain. So we have a service contract with Stryker. This is the annual amount. In 2023, we were invoiced and paid this amount. In 2024, we were never invoiced for this amount. We've recently been in communication with Stryker, who said that they're asking for payment for 2023 and 2024. We've provided them ample evidence, including a canceled check and an email chain of payment for the 2023 amount. The 2024 amount, we never got invoiced, even though we have emails asking them for it. So we finally have that, and so what I wanted to do was get approval. Again, this is a budgeted, this is an annual service contract amount, but because it is late and because there's a dispute about whether or not 2023 was paid, I've given them the option, like, once we get approval from you that our 2023 payment is reflected in your books and not on our balance sheet anymore, then we will cut you a check for this. So I don't intend on cutting them a check until they confirm that the 2023 is paid. So that's that. And then it is just a very late, we're already done with 2024's books, so, it is a late submission, but it is a contracted amount. So, I just wanted to get it up as a resolution and make sure that you were all on the same page.
So once you get the proof,
Yeah.
Then pay it.
then pay it.
Yeah, I'm not sending them a check until they
Yeah.
say
Okay.
2023 is clean. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is services to our cots on the ambulances.
Yes, and I think some other equipment as well on the back, yeah.
Yeah, that would be my question. What is this for?
This is basically maintenance of the ambulance, and I don't have all the details of what's in the contract. I'd have to pull it up and look, but it's not maintenance like to the motor or to the tires, but of all of the medical equipment and stuff in the back of the truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since that has to be changed because for a variety of reasons. you can't
Exactly.
leave something that is soiled, let's say, in the truck at all.
Yeah, most of the equipment and stuff like that. If you want, tomorrow I could like pull out the contract and get you a list of everything that it entails. It's pretty extensive, but
Like electrical equipment.
everything,
and,
yeah,
yeah.
it's the amount of stuff that's on the list is massive.
There's a lot of the
Yeah. So, and like I said, we are contracted with them, and we do have to keep the truck in compliance with state code, so, yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, and they were just here a couple of weeks ago, making sure that the, truck was up to code, and, yeah, so,
Okay. Thank you.
thank you.
So you want to motion?
We're already going to vote now.
Ready for the vote? Okay. Michelle?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
And I say yes. Okay. Handle them. Thank you, Dean. Now, is there other business?
I have another question.
Yeah.
If I may. I noticed we have reports or minutes from various meetings, one from the police department and one from the library. I really look forward to those. Those I think are excellent, especially for someone new to know what's happening. Are there any more that will be coming and from other departments? And also, are these annual or semi-annual reports so that one can trace the use of equipment or the building?
Right.
And whether it's up or down, or whether we need to make changes or anything like that?
So in the second meeting of each month, we put the police stats. So once a month, the chief of police generates a report with all of the stats from the police from the previous month. So that only comes out in your second meeting of each month.
Okay.
The library minutes come out whenever there's a library meeting. They'll fax us the minutes, and then we put them in. So those aren't necessarily on a perfect, second meeting schedule. And then just in this meeting, you'll notice there was a bunch of financials. There's 3 financial reports. These are now going to be part of the second per month, or the second meeting of the month. We'll have a financial portfolio that shows the previous month's financials and the budget's actual amounts. So the second meeting, gives us enough time. A lot of times the financials aren't closed by the first meeting. So by doing it in the second meeting, we have enough time. So those are the general reports that will be coming each month.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I like the idea that each department, if there's questions on each of the departments, any of us can answer them
Right.
Yeah.
for the departments.
Yeah.
And someone asks in the public answer.
Yeah, this is,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
Well-
we just printed these off today, but these will be in the packet moving forward. So now on Fridays, when you get the packet before the second meeting, you'll see the financials. If there are any questions for the department heads, flag me on it, and I can make sure to have the department head here to answer questions, or I can answer them, in their absence. So.
Okay.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Well, I want to make a mention, the front of City Hall looks nice. The committee, the flower committee came up and cleaned up, and I think that looks really nice. Town has looked nice all summer, and all the volunteers.
Yes.
Thank all of our people that work for the city and all the efforts they've come forward. And if I remember right, there's one more pickup for limbs and that. One more. And is there any, depending upon what happens, if there'll be any leaf vacuuming in that?
Oh, yeah, that'll be, I'm sure, in probably a couple weeks.
Seeing how the weather and how, because it seems like maybe a little bit later.
It seems like it almost always, the first week of November,
Yeah.
we start. It's pretty much every year.
Yeah.
Post on Facebook for that, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
Yep.
Okay, so the public will be involved through Facebook, okay?
Yeah. And then also, if any of you get any feedback about because we're trying to put a reminder for the meetings, I think it was your request to put them on Facebook before the meeting. Last meeting, we got some feedback from somebody who was like, this doesn't meet the posting requirement, blah, blah, blah. So we had to remind them that this is just a courtesy, that it's also posted. So if any of you hear from any constituents throughout the week, like about the posting, remind them that there's always a physical copy at the post office and on our website, and anything that they see on Facebook is strictly a courtesy reminder that, the meeting is tonight.
I do want to say, we've got new people coming into town, and not all of them understand the garbage and recycling pickup. I picked up a calendar and dropped it off at a neighbor's house, because I think they were confused on what it was. And so I wanted to make a comment about that. There's calendars in here if you've got new people on your street or moving in. And I also want to comment, there's a lot of homes in this town that are being refurbished or sided, some new homes that are going up. I think that's exciting for our town. This is the most I've seen in the 15 years that I've lived here. And I appreciate that from the citizens that moved into town or upgrading what they have.
I think people expect a town with the name Strawberry Point to be picturesque, not just with the strawberry up there, but to be a very attractive town because of the name itself.
Mhm.
And the more we can do that, the more we will strengthen our economy and
Yep.
grow.
Agreed.
Anything else?
Um,
Yes, Brandon? Oh, is that okay?
My question was, do you know has anybody been in contact with Tracy? Is she gonna put maybe like a little blurb of the people that are running for office?
I haven't talked to her about
in the
that,
paper
but,
this week.
It was-
yeah, I thought there was
it's been in
something.
the-
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
there's, who's running, and then Larry has a little, you know,
Okay,
thing in there,
okay. I see this
but, like, I didn't see
week.
anybody else that was, like, anybody else doing write-ups, but
Okay.
other than that, I've seen.
Yeah, the teams were there, but not.
Yeah, I won't get too much into it, but, I went and met with the chamber with their meeting last week. They're planning on a Veterans Day parade.
Oh,
On
okay.
the 15th of November, so the Saturday following, correct?
And that's me.
Yeah, the Saturday following is the 15th at like 10 a.m. I think it starts. So we kind of do like a workshop, I just kind of help them out with like parade route, things like that, whatever we thought was going to be best. So I think what we ended up deciding is to start down on East Mission, kind of by Forestville. Just depending on the weather, with it being middle of November, the chances of it being not great weather are pretty high.
Sometimes it's really cold.
It can be 80 degrees too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be
But,
snow on the ground too.
Just with all the sidewalk that we have there for people to set up on and things like that, starting at like Forestville Road and coming up to like probably Mechanic Street by.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And kind of ending it there, and then they can kind of split up with the floats or whatever they got in, and kind of just go on each side. So,
Okay, sounds good.
yeah, then we can just, kind of handle between us and Public Works' signs and stuff, just getting the cones and blocking off those couple intersections, and me and one other guy could probably do a traffic control quick, and it'd be pretty easy peasy, so.
Okay.
But yeah, they're just kind of, they were talking like there's not really any other ones that we know of in the area. There probably are some that we could think of, but kind of try to make it their own and grow it each year. So this one's kind of like
The start.
feel it out and see what they can
See
do
what
better next
happens.
year. So
Okay,
Good.
that's awesome. Okay.
Great.
And that'll be in the paper and that. and-
yeah, I didn't want to put it in too soon. So
No.
I was actually thinking about it yesterday, and or maybe it was today. I texted Terry, but I was thinking probably put it in like the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
November, see if Tracy would put it in, and then we get it on Facebook and stuff, because I'm gonna wanna get the parking warning out to everybody as soon as possible too, so.
Right,
So
right.
it shouldn't be too bad though.
Okay. That's nice.
Mhm.
Got on our bit. Alrighty. Anything else?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
How can we keep them short?